Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back, I'm not going anywhere. I'm YouTube famous now. Scary Halloween door. So how about a rant video? I always have so many things to rant about and complain about because I just see so much foolishness in the world. So today we're going to talk about engagement rings. Engagements. Love. I love love. I love to be in love. Don't you love to be in love? Love is love is love is love until it comes to engagement rings. Listen, okay? I cannot tell you how many messages I receive from young ladies. They have endured the process of dating. They have done the Netflix and chills. They have done the pizza and the movies. They've met the family. It's been 3 years, 7 years, 10 years, 1 year, and he still won't propose. And they're like, what do I do? What do I do? Do I leave? Do I stay? He won't propose. And what's so interesting to me is that I asked them, well, why does he say he doesn't want to get married? And they're like, well, we talked about it, and he acts like he does want to get married. Everybody wants to get married, but nobody wants to get divorced. Well, listen, if you're going to get married, you might as well think about your divorce because it can happen to the best of us. So, anyway, doesn't have to, but it could. But everybody wants the wedding, the dream wedding that costs an arm and a leg, and the white dress, and the flowers, and all that shit that's done in 30 minutes. It is. I tell people this all the time. Listen, we got married in Vegas, okay? Get married in a destination wedding. Invite 30 people that you can endure, okay? Not 30 people that you want there, but 30 people that you can actually tolerate. And then spend the rest of your money on your honeymoon or the time that you're there, because that's like really where you want to spend your money. You don't want to spend your foolish money, okay, on this wedding that's so elaborate because when you were 5 years old, you have this dream of being Brenda the bride and her blow-away veil, okay? It's foolish. Let's just be for real. People spend so much money on weddings and it's over like that. And then everybody gets drunk at the, reception and it's too much. It's too much, okay? And nobody wants to really go anyway. They're like, oh, we have to go to Sally Joe's wedding today. Is it today? God, it's my Saturday. I thought I was going to get a sleep in. I know, but it's Sally Joe's wedding. Well, I guess we have to go. There goes another weekend. So listen, just go do your destination wedding. Don't put so much thought in it, okay? But first, we have to get engaged. And my question is, why are none of these men wanting to propose to women anymore? Now, I will tell you that my mother back in the day, what she would have said was, ladies, you're moving in with your men too soon. And the men's attitude is, why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? So, listen, why buy the cow when you can get the Netflix and chill for free is probably really what it's all about. Let's just call a spade a spade. They basically have you as their wife anyway. You're cleaning, you're cooking, you're sharing duties, you're doing all that kind of stuff. They just don't want to put a ring on your finger. And it's always this. Well, they say they don't have enough money. Don't have enough money for what? For you to have your dream ring on your finger? I think that is so ridiculous that we have turned into, I can't stand the lighting in this car. We have turned into this society that you have to have this perfect ring. And listen, I was going off on this in my vlog last night, so I thought, well, hell, why not make a video about it, okay? One of the things that drives me crazy is that we have gotten away from the tradition of romanticism, right? It's like, I'll say to my girlfriends, like, oh, have you guys talked about getting married? Oh, yeah, we've been talking about it for months now. Oh, really? And they're like, yeah. They're like, we've gone to the jewelry store 5 times. I've got sides for my ring. We've designed my ring. You've designed your ring. You've designed your engagement ring. They're like, yes. So he knows exactly what I want. All he has to do is buy it. And then he's going to surprise me on the 14th when we're at my parents' for Christmas. He's going to surprise you on the 14th of December when you're at your parents' for Christmas. Wow, that's some surprise, isn't it? You know your ring. You know how it's going down. You know who's going to be there. Oh my God, not me, right? That's like in a good pageant, right? When the girl gives great interview, great talent, she's absolutely gorgeous, and she's next to 4 booger girls, and she knows she's gonna win, and they place that crown on her head, and she's like, oh my, oh, and she faints a million faints, because she's like, who, me? I'm like, staged, 100%. Baby, you knew you were gonna win it, let's just call it how it is, It's also phony to me. But what happens is this is why girls get to this point, because the guys won't propose. And then the guys get shitty and they say, well, if you would just let me do it the way that I would want to do it, well, then do it. Go buy her a wood ring and say, I don't have enough money for it right now, but down the road. Now listen, okay? I've said that to many of my girlfriends and they look at me like I'm crazy. A wood ring? They're like, oh no, he better not come through the door with the wood ring. Well, you want engaged or you want the wood ring? I mean, what do you want, okay? You can't be picky when he doesn't have that kind of money, right? He's a barista at Starbucks. It's not like he's making, you know, 400 grand a year and can go buy you any ring that you want. But of course, every girl wants to outsize her girlfriend with having a bigger ring. And then they have to do this and this and this, and every Instagram picture is this engagement ring, right? We don't need to see 15 pictures of this engagement ring. I don't care, okay? I'd rather see pictures of the couple together doing something funny, like watching Netflix and something, okay? Something different. If you have to throw in the ring like that. It's like when somebody gets a brand new watch, and then like in their picture on Instagram, they go like this. They're like... just so they can show you their watch. They might as well just take a picture of the watch and throw it up there and go, new watch, right? It's so cheesy. So it drives me nuts so much. Listen, I was at the Formosa Chinese buffet last week. Rather good for $12.99 lunch or dinner, okay? It's huge. They have everything you want, even pizza on this Formosa Chinese buffet. But they have a gift shop. Have you ever been to a Chinese food restaurant that has a gift shop? I have never in my life, and I thought, listen, I've heard so much about this Formosa buffet that I am gonna walk right up in there. They had a gift shop. I could not believe it. So my good Judy, Tanya, and I, we went over and we were looking at what they had in the gift shop. I mean, it's not really a gift shop. It's more like a gift wall kiosk, but they have like this girl that sits behind there and all this. It doesn't really matter. But anyway, they have all of this jewelry, okay? And Tanya goes, these rings are really good knockoffs. And I was like, they are $12. No lie. They were like $11.99 or $11.95. Everything is always, you know, $95.99. I don't know why we do that. But anyway, I think it's so stupid. It's like make somebody think it's for less, and you're an idiot if you think it's $11, not $12. You know it's 12, and really it comes to 13 or 14 with time. It doesn't matter. But anyway, so we're looking at these rings. I was like, these are really good fakes. Like if you could carry off the rest of the outfit and not look like you had $1 million, you know, ring, but you're living in a trailer. So anyway, I started looking at them. I go, Tanya, I go, these are ring sets. She goes, what do you mean? I go, they're ring sets. Like they have the engagement ring and then they have the wedding band with it. And we started looking at them. They're like, you know, tied around with a little piece of string. I was like, that's genius. Listen, all of these girls that are so pissed that their boyfriends won't propose to them because they're too lazy or too poor or whatever their excuses are, they need to go up into the Formosa buffet, buy their own damn engagement ring, come home and say, listen, we're going down to the city county building today. We're going and we're getting married, okay? Oh, I don't have enough money. No, baby, I bought my ring. I don't care if you have a ring. I bought my wedding band and my engagement ring, and I'll pay the $25 for the wedding certificate or whatever it is. $50. Get yourself married. What are you waiting for? I don't understand this. Listen, some of us had to fight for our right to get married, okay? Now we're married like the rest of you, and we realize, hey, maybe it wasn't the greatest thing in the entire world. Marriage is marriage. Not a whole lot changes. Listen, I'll tell you the one thing that changes after you get married, baby. It's like without a divorce paper, they ain't going nowhere. You ain't going, I got you, see? That's what changes, right? I don't know if that's true. Like, my husband, Alex, and I, we've talked a lot about this. Like, the day after we got married, something did really feel different. It felt really good. I don't know what that was, but it did. It felt really good. You know, it felt like, hey, we're married now. We're a couple. Like, we're a married couple. You know, it felt good to say, my husband. I liked that. And I think that's what girls want too. I think girls just want the man to finally say, I'm proud enough of you. I love you enough. You mean enough to me that I want to make you my wife. And what's wrong with that? Like, we need to move on. And if they're not going to do it, then they need to just say to them, listen, I'm not going to put you off for another 3 years. I'm not going to plan on ever getting married. My plan is to play, you know, Super Mario Brothers or Halo for the rest of my life and have beer with my friends on Saturday night. So you better go buy somebody well, that too. But you better go find somebody that's going to give you 3 kids in the house with a white picket fence. Okay, and then she can sob over it for 6 months and move on and find somebody that's going to give her 3 kids in the white picket fence. It's not that deep. But these men don't want to propose to their girlfriends. It makes me sad. You've been together long enough. Do it. What are you waiting for? And then they say, oh, I have a fear of marriage. What's your fear of marriage? Listen, it's just as easy to get divorced as it is to get married these days. And I do not promote that, okay? I am a traditionalist when it comes to marriage. I totally am, all right? And I hope my husband and I never get divorced. But, you know, like if things don't go the way that you want them to go and you go to marriage counseling and you work things out and you split your shit and go. It ain't that deep, okay? But what's the alternative? Maybe you get married and you're together 50 years, and that's fantastic. But who'd know if you didn't go up into the Formosa buffet and buy your ring set? So go buy your ring set, okay? But the other thing I have to say that really drives me nuts and really depresses me is girls that plan their own ring. Why do you do that? Is it because you don't trust your husband that he's going to come up with the ring that you want? That's so superficial that you have to have the most perfect ring in the entire world. That makes me sad. My mother, listen, I don't have a problem with you telling your fiance, I want a diamond or I want a ruby or whatever. My mother wanted an emerald because she was a little different and she wanted something different than what everybody else was getting. And back then everybody got diamonds. Everybody still gets diamonds, right? She had a very small engagement ring and it was this little emerald and it was really cute and nice and whatever. And she loved it. My mother loved it. And she told my dad, I don't care what you do, but all I want is an emerald, okay? Why have we gotten into this designing ring business? It makes me so sad. And planning the date and how it's going to go down. It's like prom and homecoming. It's like you have to come up with these fantastic ways of asking somebody to homecoming, you know? It's like you have to hire a marching band just to propose to somebody these days. My God, I'd be scared of all that too. And then it's like, when we go and people are like, you know, people always ask Alex and I, well, who proposed to who? And then we're like, well, Peter proposed. Well, how did he do it? Well, on one knee, and I read a little poem I wrote. It wasn't that deep, but it was very sweet, and it was sentimental, and it meant something to me. So why don't you just do something that's simple and sweet that means something to you? Because really, in the end, she doesn't really care what a ring looks like. Honest to God, she really doesn't. She just doesn't want to be embarrassed to her girlfriends that she has a shit ring compared to them. But she really doesn't care. She just wants to get married. She wants to mean enough to you that you ask her, that you propose to her, and that you say, hey, you mean enough to me. I love you. We get along. I want to spend my life with you. Will you marry me? It's really not that deep. Drives me crazy. Drives me crazy. I go out to dinner with all these couples, and you can just tell the girl's like, oh, inside she's thinking, when's he gonna ask? And then she looks at all these happy couples who she thinks are happy, but they're probably not. She's like, oh, I wish I could just be a happy married couple like they are and have to hire a babysitter on a Saturday night because we can't get out of the house and we got soccer at 6 o'clock the next morning. I mean, you don't think it all the way through, do you? I don't know. Maybe single's the way to go. But I do. I get emails all the time from girls, and they're like, my boyfriend won't propose to me. It breaks my heart. I don't understand what to do. So, show him this video. MFer, propose to her. Go buy a ring. Go buy you a $50 ring from Walmart and propose to her and say, listen, when I hit the lottery, I'll buy you something better. But for now, this Formosa Walmart buffet ring's gonna have to do it, okay? And go marry her ass. And make it official and make her happy. Because you love her. And don't you want to make people happy? Because love is love. I love love. I do. And I'm happy I married my husband, you know? I love being a married couple. And you should too. So go and propose to your girlfriend and make her your fiance. The best year ever is being engaged, okay? When you get to go in and register for everything and you're so excited about your wedding and I'm planning your honeymoon and all that kind of stuff. People ask you, oh my God, when's the date, when's the date, when's the date? It's so much fun. That year is the best. So go make her legal. Go buy that cheap ass ring at Formosa Buffet and get married. It's time. Now.